Before we starting the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Story 1. To Benjamin Matthews was a renowned surgeon, respected and admired by his colleagues and patients. His skilled hands had saved countless lives, but his personal life was a different story. Benjamin had married Elizabeth, a kind-hearted and supportive woman who stood by his side through thick and thin. However, his dedication to his career often left her feeling lonely and neglected. It was on a cold winter's night when Elizabeth gave birth to their daughter Lily. Benjamin, consumed by his work, was absent from the delivery room. The joyous occasion was tainted by his absence, and Elizabeth's heart sank as she realized that her husband's commitment to his profession surpassed his commitment to his family. 18 years had passed since that fateful night. Lily had grown into a remarkable young woman, inheriting her father's intelligence and determination. However, her life was marked by a void, a longing for a connection she had never experienced with her father. Curiosity led her to delve into her father's world, scouring the internet for information about his achievements and fame. As she discovered the extent of her father's success, a mixture of admiration and resentment welled up within her. Lily yearned for her father's attention, for him to acknowledge her existence. She felt a sense of injustice, having been robbed of a relationship that should have been a cornerstone in her life. With a determined resolve, Lily decided to take matters into her own hands. Lily penned a heartfelt letter to her father, pouring her emotions onto the page. She expressed her desire to meet him, to bridge the gap that had kept them apart for all those years. Lily's words were a mixture of vulnerability and strength, a plea for connection that she hoped would finally break through the walls Benjamin had erected around himself. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Lily anxiously awaited a response, her anticipation mingled with doubt. Would her father even read the letter? Would he care enough to respond? The uncertainty weighed heavily on Lily's heart, but she refused to let it deter her. Meanwhile, Benjamin's world was about to be turned upside down. The arrival of Lily's letter caught him off guard, and he couldn't help but feel a wave of guilt wash over him. He had pushed his wife and daughter to the periphery of his life, believing his career would be enough to bring them happiness. Now, confronted with the consequences of his actions, Benjamin found himself at a crossroads. Seeking solace and guidance, Benjamin turned to his best friend and colleague, David Anderson. Overwhelmed with guilt and uncertainty, Benjamin bared his soul to David, confessing the truth about his forgotten family. David listened attentively, understanding the weight of Benjamin's revelation. "Ben, it's never too late to make amends," David said, his voice laced with compassion. "Your daughter deserves to know her father. You need to confront your past and embrace the opportunity for redemption." Benjamin's heart ached with regret, but David's words resonated deep within him. He knew he couldn't run away from his mistakes any longer. With renewed determination, Benjamin made up his mind to face the daughter he had long forgotten and find a way to heal the wounds he had caused. The day of the long-awaited meeting between Benjamin and Lily arrived. Nervous anticipation filled the air as they stood face to face for the first time. Lily's eyes bore into Benjamin's, searching for answers, while Benjamin's heart raced with a mixture of fear and remorse. With a deep breath, Lily broke the silence. "Why did you abandon us, Dad? Why did you leave Mom and me to face the world alone?" Her voice quivered with a mix of pain and anger. Benjamin's throat tightened as he struggled to find the right words. "Lily, I am so sorry," he stammered, his voice filled with regret. "I was consumed by my work, blinded by ambition. I thought providing for you both financially would be enough. I didn't realize the emotional toll it was taking on our family." Tears welled up in Lily's eyes, but she nodded, acknowledging his admission. "It wasn't just about money, Dad. It was about love, support, and being there for us. We needed you, and you weren't there." As the days turned into weeks, Benjamin and Lily tentatively started rebuilding their relationship. They spent hours talking, pouring their hearts out, and slowly peeling away the layers of pain that had accumulated over the years. Benjamin shared stories of his own struggles, the immense pressure he felt, and how he had lost sight of what truly mattered. In an effort to bridge the gap, Benjamin invited Lily to shadow him at the hospital. Lily hesitated but eventually agreed, intrigued by the world that had captivated her father's attention for so long. She witnessed Benjamin's surgical expertise firsthand, admiring his skill and dedication. But deep down, she couldn't help but feel a twinge of resentment, wondering if her presence was merely a way for him to redeem himself. Story 2. John Harrison, once a prosperous businessman, had fallen from grace and now wandered the streets as a homeless man. One cold and dreary night, seeking refuge from the elements, he stumbled upon an abandoned cottage deep within the woods. It stood as a relic of his past life, and curiosity sparked within him. John decided to venture inside, hoping to find shelter and perhaps a trace of the life he had lost. The cottage was in a state of disrepair, the air thick with must and neglect. John cautiously explored the rooms, his footsteps echoing through the silent halls. As he reached the bedroom, he noticed a chest of drawers tucked away in a corner. Intrigued, he pulled open the drawers one by one, revealing forgotten remnants of a different time. Amidst the dust and forgotten trinkets, John's eyes caught a glimmer of something unexpected: a tattered old passport. His heart quickened as he retrieved it from the drawer. The faded cover bore his own name, a relic from his past life, long forgotten amidst his struggles on the streets. Questions flooded his mind. How had his passport ended up in this abandoned cottage? What secrets did it hold? John's memories transported him back to a time when he was a successful businessman, a life he had lost due to betrayal and circumstances beyond his control. The passport symbolized his identity, a reminder of the person he used to be. A spark of hope ignited within him as he wondered if this discovery held the key to reclaiming his lost life. Resolute, John decided to take the passport to the local police station, hoping it would serve as evidence of his true identity. The journey to the police station was fraught with anticipation and uncertainty. Would they believe his story? Could this document truly lead to a fresh start? John's arrival at the police station was met with skeptical glances from the officers on duty. Their initial disbeliefs slowly transformed into intrigue as they examined the passport, realizing the significance of the discovery. Phone calls were made, conversations whispered, and tensions grew in the room. As John anxiously waited, the silence was shattered by the wailing sirens of a motorcade approaching the police station. Jeeps pulled up outside, their black-clad occupants jumping out with purpose. Armed agents surrounded John, their expressions serious and determined. Confused and bewildered, he was taken into custody, his mind reeling with questions about the sudden turn of events. Confined in a stark interrogation room, John's mind raced with questions about the sudden arrival of the motorcade and the armed agents surrounding him. Fear and confusion swirled within him as he anxiously awaited answers. Minutes stretched into an agonizing eternity before a high-ranking official entered the room, his gaze piercing and his demeanor commanding. The official introduced himself as Agent Michael Reynolds, a key figure in a covered government agency specializing in financial crimes. He revealed that the passport John had discovered was a go in a plane crash. Startled, John listened intently as Agent Reynolds explained that according to official records, John Harrison had been declared dead. The revelation shook John to his core, leaving him in a state of disbelief. Agent Reynolds continued, divulging a shocking truth that sent chills down John's spine. It appeared that his former business partner, Richard Anderson, had orchestrated his disappearance, using the plane crash as a cover to claim John's assets. The passport's sudden appearance disrupted the carefully constructed facade, exposing a web of deceit and corruption that ran deep within the business world. As the investigation into Richard Anderson's illegal activities unfolded, John found himself caught in the crosshairs of a dangerous game. Agent Reynolds explained that John's unexpected emergence threatened to unravel the intricate network of fraudulent transactions and offshore accounts that Anderson had meticulously built over the years. While Agent Reynolds assured John of his safety, he revealed the extent of Anderson's power and influence. It became evident that exposing the truth would be a perilous endeavor. John's ordinary life as a homeless man had transformed into a role he never anticipated, becoming a key witness and instrumental in dismantling Anderson's empire of deceit. Embracing his newfound role, John vowed to cooperate fully with Agent Reynolds and his team, driven by a desire for justice and redemption. The investigation gained momentum, with John providing crucial information and testimonies that began to piece together a case against Richard Anderson. As the net closed in around Anderson, John's journey of self-discovery continued. He realized that his struggles and hardships had prepared him for this moment. The experiences he had endured on the streets had honed his resilience and sharpened his instincts, making him an unlikely yet formidable ally in the pursuit of truth. The chapter concluded with John emerging as an unexpected hero, his path forever altered by the discovery of the abandoned cottage and the passport. As he navigated the treacherous world of corporate intrigue and corruption, John's personal transformation intertwined with the larger battle for justice. The moral of these two stories lies in the power of resilience, redemption, and the pursuit of justice. Through the character of John Harrison, readers witness the transformation of an individual who has lost everything, only to find unexpected opportunities for growth and personal discovery. In Chapter 1, the abandoned cottage and the discovery of the forgotten passport symbolize the possibility of reclaiming one's lost identity and the importance of not losing hope in the face of adversity. John's journey serves as a reminder that our past does not define us, and even in our darkest moments, there may be unexpected chances for redemption and a fresh start. Chapter 2 delves deeper into the themes of personal struggle and the pursuit of justice. The unveiling of a corrupt business partner and the subsequent involvement of a covered government agency demonstrate the importance of standing up against wrongdoing, even when faced with great danger. John's decision to cooperate and aid in the investigation showcases the transformative power of personal agency and the fight for truth. Collectively, these two stories teach us that no matter how dire the circumstances, there is always an opportunity for personal growth, resilience, and the pursuit of justice. They remind us that the choices we make and the actions we take, even in the face of great adversity, can shape our lives and impact the world around us. These stories inspire us to hold on to hope, to fight for what is right, and to believe in our capacity for redemption and personal transformation.